Trying to curb a frustrating social media challenge, Kia and Hyundai roll out new software to make their cars harder to steal. An answer to our local lottery mystery, the winner of that $2 billion Powerball jackpot has been identified. And guess what? It's not me. Hello, everyone. You're watching The Rundown. I'm Robin Winston. More of those stories coming up in a moment. But first, Santa Monica declared a state of emergency on homelessness. The city council voted unanimously Tuesday night to make that declaration. So what does it mean? The city hopes it will get more help from county, state, and federal governments. They want additional funding, more mental health workers, and more shelter beds. This may also cut some red tape so the city can address homeless issues faster. Santa Monica joins a growing list of cities taking emergency action on the homeless crisis, including LA, Long Beach, and Culver City. The city of Huntington Beach is squaring off against the state government over its affordable housing requirement. A state provision requires local governments to earmark housing units for low-income families. But Huntington Beach officials say they are challenging that state rule, refusing to build more than 13,000 housing units over the next several years. Well, now the issue of affordable housing has the coastal city divided.
When we talk to residents here in Huntington Beach, they want the suburban coastal community. If they want to live in an urban area, they would move to Long Beach, they would move to LA, they would move to San Francisco. Nothing wrong with the urban area.
There's a lack of affordability everywhere, especially here in Huntington Beach and in our Latino community as well. Here, there is another part of Huntington Beach that goes unseen.
Huntington Beach officials say there's no room in the city to build affordable housing, but California Attorney General Rob Bonta is threatening legal action against the city. The Inglewood School District is thinking about closing one of its schools, and now parents want to know what happens to the students. Dozens of parents, students, and teachers gathered outside Worthington Elementary School this week. The school is under review by the district's Consolidation and Closure Committee. Schools across the district have seen a decline in enrollment over the past decades, but parents disagree with the possible closure and say enrollment is not a problem.
In terms of enrollment, we are #1 in enrollment for all TK through 6 schools in Inglewood.
About 18,000 students to about 8,000 students. When you have such a significant decline in enrollment, you have to look at, do we really need the number of schools that we currently have?
Parents believe the district wants to close Worthington because of its close proximity to new development and use the land to develop homes. The district says no decision has been made yet. We all know gas bills have been astronomical in the past couple of months. Well, now the soaring gas prices have forced a family-owned business in Chinatown to wonder whether it can afford to keep the doors open. Judy Chin, the owner of Hop Woo Restaurant, says her business was billed a staggering $13,000 from SoCal Gas this month. Now, usually, she says, the bill is between $5,000 and $6,000. Chin is worried that her 30-year-old business may not be able to afford it. The family is now sharing a picture of this massive gas bill on social media, asking friends and family to support the restaurant to help pay it down. Last month, SoCal Gas issued a notice to consumers saying there is no easy way to put this. January bills are likely to be shockingly high, increasing to the tune of 128% since December. The utility partially blamed an unprecedented cold snap across the nation or the spike in natural gas prices. Well, the sun is back, but some of us are still bundled up here in Southern California. So let's check in with meteorologist Belinda Leon and get an update on your forecast.
It is definitely feeling like winter. Look at the very cold temperatures we woke up to on Wednesday. Teens in Big Bear, 20s in the deserts. In the Inland Empire, 30. Same goes for Orange County, and in Burbank, we had 40 degrees. That storm system that brought us that rocky weather on Tuesday has exited our region, but we're on the backside of the storms. For the next few mornings, they're going to wake up pretty chilly. Make sure you have the layers handy. But something happens throughout the afternoon. The numbers are going to get a little warmer each day. The other thing you're going to notice is a storm system just off to our west is going to bring in lots of cloud cover, but it's expected to stay dry. Now, here's the trend for Riverside, where we have chilly temperatures on Wednesday, but notice little by little, the numbers get warmer as of now. That weekend forecast looking mild and more normal for this time of year with added clouds.
New details about the 5 people hurt in a traumatic hit-and-run crash in Seal Beach. The 5 victims are longtime ballet dancers. They're all from the same ballet company. 2 of them, both teenagers, are still in the ICU. They were heading to dinner on Saturday night when a speeding driver slammed right into them. That driver ran a red light as the dancers entered the intersection of PCH and Main Street. Their tight-knit dance community is trying to raise money for their medical bills.
For this to happen, it's just, stunning. It's like heartbreaking. There's so many things that they were looking forward to their senior year in high school.
The driver who crashed into the dancers got out of his car and ran into a nearby neighborhood. He still hasn't been caught. Hyundai and Kia have announced software updates aimed at stopping a rash of auto thefts related to a TikTok challenge. The updates are free for more than 8 million vehicles that are missing a key anti-theft device, which was exploited on social media. The new software extends the car's alarm length and requires the key to be in the ignition switch to turn the vehicle on. Vehicle owners can contact Hyundai and Kia directly for information on the software update. The manufacturers plan to start software updates later this month. Hyundai will also provide window stickers to owners that would alert would-be thieves about the vehicle's anti-theft protection. After a few months of waiting, we finally know who won the $2 billion Powerball jackpot. Lottery officials say that person's name is Edwin Castro. Congratulations, Mr. Castro. Well, he bought the winning ticket back in November from Joe's service station in Altadena. Lottery officials say he chose the lump sum option, which is $997 million. How nice. Edwin is choosing to stay private, and, he didn't want to speak, but did release a statement saying he's shocked and ecstatic. Castro also called schools the real winners by saying, quote, as someone who received the rewards of being educated in the California public education system, it's gratifying to hear that as a result of my win, the California school system greatly benefits as well. Very nice. Well, it appears Joe's Service Center is a lucky place because our very own Michelle Valles was there covering this story when she won $525 off a scratcher. I need to send some money over so someone can buy me a ticket. That's the place to buy it. Production of the movie Rust is set to resume this spring, and Alec Baldwin will remain in his starring role despite the criminal charges against him. Baldwin is charged with involuntary manslaughter in the shooting death of the movie's cinematographer, Helena Hutchins. Hutchins was killed by a bullet from the prop gun Baldwin was holding on set. Rust director Joel Souza was also injured by that bullet. He will stay on as the director of the film. Matthew Hutchins, Helena's husband, will join as executive producer, following a settlement from his wrongful death lawsuit. It seems like an unusual pairing, but Pepsi and Peeps are teaming up for marshmallow-flavored cola. I wonder how this is going to taste. The beverage will be available in bright yellow cans or a bottle for a limited time around Easter. Now, this is not the first time the two brands have joined forces. 2 years ago, Pepsi partnered with Peeps to make its first wave of the soda, but it was only for an online social media sweepstakes. Can't wait to test it out. We've all heard it before. Life is like a box of chocolates. Well, now a recent auction is actually putting a price on that memorable movie line.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
You never know what you're gonna get. The box of chocolates sitting on Tom Hanks' lap in that scene from Forrest Gump sold at auction for $25,000. Ripley's Believe It or Not had the winning bid. It's only the box, no chocolates inside though, folks. But it does feature Tom Hanks' autograph on the cover. Very nice. For that price, I think I want the chocolates too. But not old chocolates, like fresh chocolates, right? Because that would be kind of gross. Well, you can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app at our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4, weekdays 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with the traffic reports throughout your morning commute. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.